Hello, this is the final tutorial for the round tower in the SketchUp book. So the first thing I need to do now is I'm going to actually be moving all of these windows onto the other faces of the rectangles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have all the windows that I want to move selected. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down Shift to make sure I am grabbing all of them. Next thing I'm going to be using is the move tool. So this is going to be a little bit different than what we've been doing. We'll be using rotate later, but at this point you only want to be using the move tool. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to make sure I'm holding down control because I'm actually making a copy right now. And I'm going to click the very center of this bottom circle. I need to make sure it says on face. If it does not say on face, you're going to be moving the circles or the windows crooked. So make sure you have that. So you're going to hold down control, click, and then you're just going to rotate over, and your windows will actually automatically adjust to the face. You want to go ahead and try to get them as lined up as possible to make it look good. So you're going to go ahead and click when you think it looks nice. So I'm going to say probably about there. So these are now flat on that first surface. Now the next step, what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to need to move my screen around a little bit. So I'm going to orbit. Now this is where I'm going to be using the rotate tool. So I'm going to make sure I have all of my windows still selected. I'm going to go ahead and click on rotate. I want to find the center of my polygon again, and I'm going to hit control because I do want to do that copy again. I have my center. Need to find the center. It needs to say center. If it doesn't, you're going to end up with problems, or intersection. So you're holding down control, you're going to click the intersection, and then you're going to select the center of this first circle here. Make sure you hold control, click it once, and then you can rotate the next set of windows over. Okay, it's going to say midpoint. That's what you want it to say. So you got a little blue circle there. And go ahead and click to drop it. All right, let's orbit around a little bit. Okay, so clearly you have extra windows, which is fine. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that I copy these all around. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 9, 9x, and enter. And that copies my windows all the way around. So as you can see, I have a lot of extra windows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up erasing the ones that don't look good or don't have a building to be on. So that's a pretty simple step. I'm going to go through and erase all of these. So clean it up a little bit so it looks good. Now if you get your angles wrong or anything, you'll notice that your windows will start to disappear in places. So as you can see, I'm a little tiny bit off, but not enough to cause huge issues. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. But you want your windows to be at the best angle possible. Yeah, so I am slightly off, but that's okay. This is just a sample so you can see what to do. So when you do it, however, try to make sure you get your windows as even as possible. So you only want them on your pieces. Okay, so that looks pretty decent. So that's how it's going to look once you have your all of your windows down. Now, something that we didn't do earlier is we're going to go ahead and paint the windows in a transparent color. Mine looks way different, so I'm not going to show you how to do that here. But you're going to select the paint bucket, and in the drop-down menu, you're going to have you're going to be able to choose from different color options. You want the transparent drop-down box, and then you can go ahead and color in all your windows. So that's something you could have actually done earlier. Sometimes the color doesn't go or doesn't transfer over when you start moving the windows around. So that is something to think about. That's why I'm just telling you now to color the windows, because it doesn't always transfer over. So that is it for our round tower. Thank you for watching.